Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it, you already know. Like a torta with some bad habits. Bye up, bye up. Weston lost it all. Let's get to this intro. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content that I stay kicking. And I appreciate your support. I'm very humbled by it. From this to that, you can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. Wes Watson is fucked up, and that's where it's at, right? It's all bad. It's all bad. This motherfucker done lost everything. Weight, minerals, molecules, his lady, his freedom. This motherfucker done lost so much weight, his ears grew, right? Explain that to me. If you're a physician in the comments, please explain to me how you lose so much weight that your fucking ears grow and your head gets more pointy. It's all bad. This motherfucker's ears went and his head went. It's all bad. Now, Wes Watson has lost a lot, but I think the thing that most people are focused on is his freedom. And that sucks, man. I could lose all the weight in the world. I could lose the love of my family. I could lose everything. But man, freedom hurts because in freedom, you can get all that back. You can work at that. You can work on yourself, right? Wes Watson can't do nothing but a few burpees and drink the milk they give him and eat peanut butter packets and hope that the peanut butter packets go this way and not that way. But we all know he has a history of hooping, so one never knows, does one. Now, if you look at these pictures on the screen, Wes Watson went from being massive, right? And we all know, man, the trend game was real. We all know the injections were up to par, right? It took a lot to build that body. It wasn't the 2 a.m. burpees or the 3 a.m. fucking jog. It was that plus some, right? We all could see it. We all know. I think it's pretty much out there that he was on his Rich Piana thing. Unfortunately, rest in peace to Rich. Wes Watson's a whole different type of character, right? But Wes Watson, and this video, I just want to let you know, was inspired by a clip that I seen from JD Delay. So before people are like, you're biting, you're stealing. Hey, great minds think alike, right? But JD Delay did put a clip out, and he said he was focusing more so on the weight loss of Wes Watson. And man, has he lost it, right? That's what happens when your inject game is not real in prison. When you can't get to your pharmaceuticals, then you're going to start, your ears are going to fucking start growing, right? And Wes Watson's definitely lost all the weight. And that shouldn't be a big deal, man. We shouldn't hate on no one's physical appearance. Not at all, man. Hey, people start stressing like a Smith & Wesson when you get locked up. When you get locked up, you start breaking out. You start, you got to get your equilibrium back. You got to drink your V8 in the morning and stop walking crooked. And then all of a sudden, you'll start looking more healthy and you'll get with the program. But Wes Watson is pretty much the only person I've seen that went from looking healthy and yoked up on the streets to sucked up and thrown back in prison. I mean, his cheeks are indented. His fucking skin is washed up. This dude is struggling. He's struggling with the stress, with the time. You can't say his hair fell out because it been done that, right? Shit, I can't say that either. The stress game is real over here as well, but even with my diabetes and shit, I'm looking better than that. This dude is doing bad. He's doing dirt bad. He's doing mud bad. Mud bath bad, right? And the reason is the stress. But look, we know that he lost his freedom. And for those of you that think, oh, Wes Watson's going to beat the case, he's going to get out, she's not going to press charges. Sorry to tell you, district attorney already picked those up. Oh, the 7-foot monster fucked up. He wasn't prepared. Sorry to tell you, man, they got a whole bunch of statements and they got a whole trial transcript or court transcript where they're using fucking racial slurs and they're using kicks on the ground and assaultive behavior. Wes Watson is done. He's washed up. He's out of here, man. Do I wish bad upon him? No. But if he's a woman beater, fuck him. Straight up, right? And it says in that paperwork he has priors of doing that shit. So them N-words and them B-words and them assault words are going to hurt him. He's done. So we know he's lost his freedom. How much time he's going to get? Well, that's going to be up to the judge, and that's going to be up to the decision-making process of Wes Watson, where at this fucking time, he's looking like Megamind. His fucking head looks like a Dorito, right? A Dorito with big old ears. That's exactly what he looks like. That motherfucker looks like a straight-up nacho cheese Dorito. His head is angular. Okay, there's a lot of angles to this shit. And there's a lot of angles to this story, just like there is to Wes Watson's face at this point. And there's a lot of people that say he was indulging in narcotics before he got locked up. And I'm going to tell you guys this. There was a few clips put out by different content creators where he did have a powdery substance in his vicinity, in his presence, right? Now, you could tell when someone's on a good one. And Wes Watson's eyes were a little bit googly. Google me eyes. He had the Google me eyes, right? You can find out anything. You know, that motherfucker was, that fool was at the mini blinds. Straight up. He was doing something extracurricular. Because if you noticed, prior to him getting incarcerated, he started to lose that weight. He started to shred, I guess. And for whatever reason, maybe it was shedding season. You know how like Big Boy from Strength Cartel does that? He'll get big, he'll get small, he'll get big, he'll get small. His small's still bigger than my ever biggest in my life, right? But still, Wes Watson was slimming down quite rapidly, and that wasn't natural. You could tell that was due to, I guess he was investing in a Coke product. I don't know, right? But he was definitely losing a lot of weight. And, you know, with being a drug addict, once upon a time is what Wes Watson was, right? You know, once one, always one. It's hard for him to let that go. And it seemed like his life was spiraling out of his control with the case he was already fighting. And so in his rage and anger, he raged against the machine. He picked up the other charge against his fiance at the time. Now, let me talk about his fiance, because let's make this list here, this laundry list. Wes Watson has now lost his angles in his face. He has now lost his size. He's lost his freedom. He has no opportunity or action at making money besides calling an island boy and talking about licking on each other's ears and Jack Doherty and shit. So that's his only income that I guess he got coming in. He's lost his endorsements. He's lost his hustle. He's all that, right? And guess what? He lost his bitch, right? His girl has been seen on frequent posts running around with one of the guys who should have been his crime partner. Now, let me explain something to you. You guys all know, man, that Wes Watson had a couple crime partners when it came to this new case he's on. And I'm going to get to Dumbbell Rob in a minute, too, as far as the first case. Because, look, I'm not trying to wish fucking incarceration upon no one, but I've been pretty looking into the situation like, man, why wasn't Dumbbell Rob charged as well? I don't know what's going on there, man. Good thing he wasn't, because I don't want anyone locked up. But, wow, that motherfucker, he squeaked by that one, right? Because he easily could have been charged in the first incident, because from what it looked like from the video footage, man, he was involved to some degree. Now, whether the district attorney, the law enforcement decided, you know, he wasn't involved enough and they're more focusing on Wes Watson because of his attitude, arrogance, and all the bullshit, you know, hey, it worked out good for Dumbbell Rob, right? But he didn't get the name Dumbbell for nothing. Whatever, right? He's up out of there. But in this new case, right, Wes Watson beating the hell out of his fiance, which I don't think we can't disagree on that he did that. It's out there, right? And now he just has to fight it and see what time he gets out of the situation. He's not going home, I promise that, unless they drop the first case or he beats the first case, and then he could bail out on the second case, and then he could talk all that shit, start hitting again, and get big, right? Because that's what they do. But his lady has been running around with one of his crimies. See, he has two crimies. One that's out on bail that he fucks with heavily. He's calling him all the time. That dude's putting out content. That's his little, people call him his fuck boy. I don't know what it is, right? But it's definitely his camarada, his partner, his compadre, right? That's who he calls. That's who he's fucking with heavy. The other guy who was charged in the case, you never hear about him, right? Or was he charged? Because he's not out on bail. He's just out running around with Wes Watson's fiance. There's been several posts where she's with that dude hanging out heavily. So you lose your money. You lose your gains and your means to make money. You lose your molecules in your jowls. You lose loser, chicken loser, right? Was it winner, chicken dinner? Loser, chicken loser. That dude has lost everything, man. Is it over for Wes Watson? Can he gain everything back? His size, his equilibrium, his fucking molecules in his cheeks? Can he shrink his ears back to the normal size? Or is he going to stay the Dorito man? I'm going to tell you right now, in the foreseeable future, I don't see anything good coming out of Wes Watson's cases. In fact, I see it looking worse and worse and worse. And the losing game is just the beginning. You know, when you beat on women, you're going to lose in prison. When you go to prisons where there's already people that want to get you, well, you might lose your life. And unfortunately for Wes Watson, man, all these things are a reality. How do you go from a YouTube sensation, a content creator with a lot of backing, with endorsements, opening and creating your own revenue chain, right? Doing all these things that he was doing to looking like a fucking ranch Dorito? I'm going to tell you how. Drugs, women, and a fucking attitude. WWA. It's not WW. It's Wes with an attitude. Because his attitude towards money, towards women, towards people in general was an arrogance unmatched, right? He's just a piece of shit, right? He's all bad. And in doing that, he created this monster, and now the monster is locked up, but he doesn't look like a monster anymore. Because you can't deny in that other picture, Wes Watson was on swole. Now, I don't care if people put things into their bodies to get them that way. That's their business, right? But everyone's going to look at you when you're like that, and you're talking shit about people with titties and big butts and oh, power, whack one big old. When you're talking about all that, and then they're putting a picture out of your mugshot, and you look like that. His tattoos done shrunk. You know what I'm saying? The lettering on his eye is fucking went from 1 inch to fucking 1/4 inch. That motherfucker got a 3/8 tattoo on his eye. Like he's shrunken. Honey, I shrunk the West. All right. No, he shrunk himself. Hey, what he could have done is had a better attitude, controlled his money more correctly, treated women like they need to be treated. Stop treating them like a possession and treat them like a human being. And he could have avoided all this, right? He could have, all this persona of big badass ex-convict, having ex-convict on all your vehicles that really didn't even belong to you, were all leased. All that bullshit, man, has got him to exactly where he's at, where he went from this to that. He's lost everything. And there are literally people on social media preying on that dude's downfall. They're hoping, they can't wait. They want to throw parties and shit when this motherfucker's convicted. I'm sure there is people that feel that way. Like, we told you so, we told you so. The we told you so movement is fucking crazy nowadays, right? That's the movement everybody wants to be a part of. We told you so. Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you something. Let's not shit on this man, and we could have fun with it, but let's not think the bounce back won't be real. Because what happens if for some reason there's a technicality and he does beat that first case? You never know. Crazier shit has happened, right? And he does beat that case and he gets bailed out and he blows back up. Then what are people going to be saying? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. You still, yeah, it does matter. It matters because everybody is going in on an individual, man, everything is out of his control. Now, he was a controlling person. That's probably what his situation was that got him in this situation right now, was he was a little too controlling, but he was in control. And there's no denying and no doubting the fact that he was coming up, whether it was illegal or legal, whatever he was doing. Because I've seen videos. You know, John Bravo posts a lot of good information, a lot of good content, great content, in-depth, high definition, factual, actual with receipts content. Make sure you tap in with John Bravo. Dubs as well, man. He posts a lot of good content about Wes Watson, JD Delay, Thaddy Wells, all of them. They post great content about Wes Watson. And I'll tell you guys this, they get a lot of information brought to them. And, you know, here and there I get crumbs. And when I do my videos on Wes Watson, I get hate. People are like, why are you fucking stepping on my toes, man? Fuck your toes. I've been talking about Wes Watson before you were, dummy, right? We're just going to do it like that. But at the same time, I respect those that are doing it the right way, you know? Even though some of those that I feel I ain't doing it the right way, they're still doing it. You can't knock the hustle, right? But Wes Watson has no more hustle. He's lost everything. That motherfucker, hey, if he had foreskin, he doesn't now. That motherfucker, he lost that. I'm sure everything is gone. You know, hey, I heard when you lose weight, that makes the circumference of your get bigger. So his was already, according to his words, extensive. So this shit's probably like that. It's just bad, right? But for his lady to be running around with one of his crimies, either she's trying to get in good and help Wes, or he's getting in good and hurting Wes. Either way, man, I'm going to keep it real. I think because, there was 3 guys charged, right? Wes, that guy, I'm not sure if he was charged, but I know he was arrested. And then his fuckboy, right? And I'll say that his homie is sticking with him, allegedly. But the other guy seems to me like he might be telling already. He might be ready to testify on Wes because, man, his name ain't mentioned in no paperwork, nothing. That dude got out the way, went immediately to Wes Watson's spot, swooped his lady, and they got to pushing. Now who's mad now? You was mad about a Miami Heat game. He's bringing her all that Florida heat. It's all bad. So while people continue to grow and get bigger, Wes Watson is shrinking and shriveling away. And it's crazy, right? To see a man in real time lose everything, it's sad, man, to be honest with you. I used to clown Wes hard, and I'm clowning in this video. I'm having a good time, but I used to clown him hard. And look, people were like, oh, you're just jealous. It wasn't jealous. I ain't gonna lie, a little bit. This ain't a little bit. I'm gonna be real. You see a motherfucker making millions of dollars and you know he's full of shit. You're like, God damn, bro. Where's my Bugatti? Este? Right? But hey, he put himself in the position to be the man, and he was. And most of the people that talk about him is because it's coming from a place of envy and hatred and jealousy. Let's be real. But really, in real life, man, to see the demise of this man in real time, that sucks. Hey, bad enough you lose your lady to one of your homies. And that shit happens all the time. Look, I'm telling you guys right now, if you're living the criminal lifestyle, if you do something bad, if you get locked up, your homie's going to fuck your lady, man. Okay, look, just chalk that one up to the game. She's going to be vulnerable, and guess what? Especially if you don't put fingertips on her. If you don't hurt her heart, he's going to unbreak her heart, Tony Braxton style. Meanwhile, hey, while this guy was doing whatever he was doing to her, Wes Watson, it's all going to come out on court. There's a lot of text messages, tape, and video and all that of what he did to her, cracking her head open and all that. But the same dude who was guarding the door allegedly and right there not letting her leave is the one tearing them walls down now. That has to hurt. Meanwhile, Wes Watson he's come down to the fact where he gets a couple phone calls a day with the Island Boys. Dudes that literally lick each other's ears. Like, that's what it's come to. That's the only way to stay relevant in his world now. And talk about, the milk was spoiled this morning. Or they served oatmeal instead of grits. Like, that's his whole conversation. His star has fell. Okay? He's not shining anymore. He's looking, like I said, like a Monterey Jack Dorito. And it's bad, right? That motherfucker's on spicy nacho status. He looked like that, and now he looks like this. And look, here's the cold kicker. I put the picture into the AI. I keep it real, right? To the chat GPT to make me a thumbnail, to help me, assist me, right? And the picture of Wes was just him with his shirt off. If you look close, man, they done got him buck naked on that motherfucker, right? They must know what he likes to do. Anyways, I digress. Wes Watson has lost everything. Do you think he's even relevant anymore? I don't, man. I mean, we're going to see how it all plays out for him. And I wish nothing but the best upon everyone, man. With Wes Watson, look, being on the ladies, being racial and all that, I fuck you. Straight up, man. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm happy if he gets a whole bunch of time or I'm sad if he doesn't. I couldn't carry either way, man. But, hey, his name's hot and I'm going to utilize it. And that's just real. And at least I'm being real with it. There's other motherfuckers. Oh, I just Wes Watson just be hurting the community. He don't hurt the community. Look at him. He hurt himself. Right now, the only one that's hurting right now is Wes Watson in a jail cell. His views, his money situation, his freedom situation, and his old lady's fallopian tube. That's the only thing hurting right now. So anyways, with that being said, let me know what you guys think. Do you think Wes has just lost it all? Do you think he's going to be convicted on both these crimes? I'm going to be honest with you guys. My opinion is he's fucked. Literally, right? I believe he's going to be convicted for both. I think he'll take a deal, probably about 9 to 15 years in that range. And I feel sorry for him in that Florida system because I already did a video and told you guys, man, he's definitely a wanted man. There's a group out there that he's not in their favor. Let's just say that for whatever the reasons may be. And that's real, so we'll see how it all plays out for him. I don't wish nothing ill upon him other than what he's got coming in. That's sitting down on a big blown out thing and do his time. Anyways, man, I'm going to sign off for now. The Dorito man, he been signed off, right? And we're just going to do what we do. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I honestly and truly believe in. And that's the betterment of all people. This video is sponsored by Barrio Liquors in Turlock, California. If you're in the Central Valley of the 209 area of Turlock, make sure you pull up and go get you something cold to drink at the Barrio Liquors. Also by Sticks and Stones Yard Service in Tucson, Arizona. If you're ever in the Tucson area, you need some yard work done for whatever reason, or you just moved to the area and you need a cool, smooth estimate on yard work, make sure you Google Sticks and Stones Yard Service. He's got you. We need to support our small local raza businesses. Bang, bang.